there's times that I just feel worthless, like I'm doing nothing. But I know that I'm not worthless to God. I know that I'm important to Him. I know that He loves me. I know that He created me to be the person that I am right now, going through this right now. And I know that He's growing me still into the woman that He wants me to be. And He's using this to do so. And I trust Him. And of course, there's times that my heart breaks, but there are times when I'm afraid. And so the verse that I want to share with you that gets me through those times, and I call this my life verse because my mom told me about it when I was a little girl. Anyway, my mom had a mustard seed necklace that her grandma gave to her. And I was like, what is that? And I wanted to play with it. She's like, keep your hands off of that. It's special. But she told me about Matthew 17:20. And it says, here, actually, let's do this first. Take one and pass one. And take one and pass it. Make it. You don't spill them. Get all over the floor. Don't eat them.
And don't eat them.
So Matthew 17:20 says, Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it's moved. Nothing will be impossible for you. And I so believe that. And as we're passing those mustard seeds around, and if you take a look at how small that is, it's pretty little, isn't it? And those grow into like really huge, big mustard trees. They grow into a really strong tree. But I want you to look at that and see how tiny it is. And then that's kind of what gives me peace about that verse. Just because I'm like, it's pretty small. My faith is at least that big.
Exactly. At least He doesn't have big expectations, right?
But I think sometimes I feel like I have enough, faith to cover like me and everybody else. But then there's other times that I'm like, gosh, I don't even know if I have enough faith to cover me. But if you look at the mustard seed, and it just really, it takes a little bit of faith, and it'll go a long way. Anyway, God knows that I have those times when I question, it's normal to question things. God knows our hearts, He knows our minds, He knows that we're human, and He understands that sometimes things don't make sense to us. So that, really makes me feel good that He just knows me so well. So my question is for you, why would it take such a tragedy, or a big problem, I think it's a big problem, for me to realize that God created me to be the wonderful, amazing, strong woman that I am? I don't think I've ever even said that to a room of people. Like, I am amazing. I am strong. I am powerful. I am loved. And I can say that and just know it. And so, anyway, with all of my flaws, God's still growing me, but why is it now that that now I can love myself as much as God can? I don't know why. But my hope for you girls, and the purpose of me sharing this with you, is that I hope that you can see this through me instead of not seeing it about yourself. Life brings experiences, and when I was 15, I was doing what you guys do, and thinking I was pretty worthless. I'm not saying that you guys think that. I hope that you don't. Because you're all strong, and you're all amazing, and you're all capable, and you're all powerful. And I think you all have faith at least as small as that mustard seed. And that means that nothing is impossible for you. And your faith can grow. Anyway, I also wanted to tell you that sometimes God brings good things out of bad things. Because the bad thing that happened, I have a lot of good things that have been happening in my life. Relationships have been mended. I had an old friend who called, who hasn't called me in like 4 years, and I was like, yes, her. And I was like, oh, I get cancer and then you return my call, like, you know. But she called, and so it was really glad to hear from her. My stepdaughter is in our lives more than she's ever been, and it puts things into perspective. It makes me appreciate each moment that I have with my girls and with my loved ones. It made me realize how amazing God made me. See, I said it again. I am so amazing. It's growing me into a stronger woman for God. I can use this to bring others closer to God. I do think that. I think God, I don't think I would be so bold as I have been, not just speaking to you guys, but people on the street, people in Walmart. I'm like, hey, guess what? I'm amazing because of God. Not really, I don't say that. But, and then also God's working on my husband's heart, and I know that. So during your small group sessions, and what you have on your page actually are just the verses that I talked about, because I want you to remember those. And also just the one thing that I hope you take from here is knowing. Did I say that? Anyway, is that if you take one thing with you tonight, is that I hope that you love yourself and that you realize the wonderful creation that you are. And God made you to be exactly the person that you are. And if you allow Him, He will grow you into an even better version of your already amazing self. I do believe that. I believe you're all amazing and you can all grow even more amazing. Also, in the face of tragedy, we can find joy, and God can turn bad things into good things. So during your small group sessions, I want you to think of a problem that you might be facing. You don't have to share the problem if you don't want to talk about problems. Don't be like a downer or anything. But what I want you to think about is how you can use that problem to grow into the person that God would want you to be, or how you can turn that problem around and find the good, like these good things that I listed.
What's pretty remarkable is you are such a warrior, and you're speaking such a sweet, positive story in the midst of all of this. But you know, she's been going through chemo and has rashes and
Don't want my speech to be
swollen.
a downer.
But it's real, and I think
Yeah.
that that's the important
Yeah.
part also, is to also see the side of,
Yeah.
you know, she looks beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. I can't
But-
wear makeup on my face because of this rash, but I did put on mascara for you guys,
Yeah.
so you can see my Chinese eyes. But yeah, there's days when the hairbrush is heavy and I'm like, okay, back to bed. But there are days that I feel wonderful, like today. And actually coming to speak to you guys today made me feel really powerful. Like when I was driving in my car, I was like, I'm gonna go talk to some girls. I'm gonna go tell them what I think about life. So I appreciate you listening to me. That you guys gave me strength, and that helps me. Strength helps me every day, because I do believe God's gonna heal me. You know, God has the power to heal today, just like He did when Jesus walked the earth. Actually, we have that power as His disciples, and we're channeling it. But does anybody have questions or anything you wanna? Okay, then.
I want to say something too, Andrea, that I just loved about every step of this. You have, even though some days it's scary or days it's been dark, you've been not walking as a victim, you're walking as a victor. And that's one thing that, you know, it's just been beautiful to see your total faith, that you know that God is fighting for you, and you know that He is on your side, and that you have prayer warriors and everything. So I think that's really awesome because sometimes we all get so wrapped up in what we're doing. Even when you're having a bad day physically, you'll still text me back something that's funny. You know what I mean? Like you are not letting this steal your joy. And I think so many times in life we let things steal our joy and take our focus from the important things. And like you said, this has brought your focus to the important thing.
Yeah, it
And
really has.
you've always been focused on God and loving others. You are one of the most giving people I've ever met. And I just love how you are even a stronger warrior and sharing your faith. So, thank you.
I have moments of weakness. Lately I am on the couch. But God has been working on me, so.
It is true, and I can't think of, I wish I would have looked this up. I thought of this earlier today and I should have looked it up. I know there's a scripture that says that our trials, the challenges we have in life will prove our faith genuine
Okay.
or not.
Oh.
So you can, it's when you go through tough times, really go through that dirt when you're being drugged through the dirt, that either you're gonna prove that you have genuine faith and you're gonna depend on God, not that you're not gonna struggle,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have those thoughts that keep coming in like, no, God's got this, I know He's got this, I'm struggling, but God's got this, you know, and you go back and forth. It really does prove your faith genuine. Or you collapse and you crumble and you're like, it's the end of the world.
I was actually struggling with those thoughts, you know. As I said, like I'm growing through this and learning through this, but a couple weeks ago I was really struggling with the thought of like saying that God's going to heal me, but having the fear that He won't. And I talked to somebody about that, and you know, it's like God knows that you have fears. God knows that. I mean, how many times does the Bible say "fear not"? It's like I don't know, 700 times or something in the Bible.
Yeah.
Because He knows that we're human. He knows because He came here as Jesus, and He knows how scary it is. He probably had some fears, you know, but so the fears that pop in my head, I mean, I really had to still have to talk myself through that. Okay.
And somebody said one time at one of our talks, but most of you girls I don't think would have been there, there's a lady who came and did an event with us, and she said a thought may land in your hair, like a bird may land in your hair, but you don't have to let it build a nest.
Yeah.
So
Grounded